from where we stop, we already have our authentication system working with the Django auth. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start the pages that auth provides for us. So before we can apply any kind of static files like CSS, JavaScript, or probably image, we have to set up our static directory and static URLs in our settings file. So head over to our settings file now. At the top here, we import OS first because we've been using it. Then next we scroll to the bottom of our settings file. We already have our static URL set up already. We have to let Django know where we're going to place our static files like like CSS and JavaScript and image. So we'll create a static directory. By convention, it is called static files underscore dirs, which is going to be a list of paths. So we want to put the static directory in os.paths.join and we want to place it in the base directory. What do we want to call this directory? We want to call it static. Alright, so this base directory is not coming out of the box. It was created for us here. If you scroll to the top, yes, look at where it is defined. So the base directory has already been defined, which is the base of our project, which is what we called rename to source. The source here is our base directory here. Alright, that's the directory that we're actually referring to. Okay, so that's for that. That's not all. So we have to set our static root. Scroll down, I will say static underscore root. This will also equals to os.path. I want to place another static underscore root directory. Okay, so also same too for media files. So since we are going to be dealing with video upload, so let's just set up the media URL and media root. Set the media URL also to equal media, and we also set up the media root. Root, this is equal to os.path. Also in the base directory, want to call this media. Call this media. That's where all the media files, the files we are uploading, will be stored. Okay, so that's for the settings. So we save this, then we head over to the project URL file, which is this very URL file. Here we're also going to add some configuration. First of all, we have to import from django.conf. We want to import the settings file, and also we want to import from django.conf.url.static. We want to import static. Okay, those are the two imports. Then here we are coming down to say if settings debug the settings file. That's the we want to add the static file to the project here. We are trying to host our static files and our media files with the Django framework. Normally, if you are doing in production, these settings will change. Normally in production, your debug will be false and you have to host your static files probably using a AWS S3. But for now, we'll do this. So you see settings, static, and then URL. And then we want to see the document. Let's go root is equal to settings. I keep spelling settings wrong. Settings. That's what we call it. Alright. So that's for the that's for the statics. Also for the media, we also want to set also static settings dot media URL, set the document root equals to settings. Alright, I think we are good to go. Right, so we save our file. So next we have to head back to the settings. We have to specify the path to our template directory, because we're about to start customizing the authentication template. So we head over to the template settings. You see template here, all the settings regarding our templates are here. So here we're going to specify the path. Say os.path.join. Also want to join base directory to templates directory. These are the directory that's going to hold our templates. So we'll save this now. Now we head over now to our base directory, which is this, and we have to create first folder. We'll call it templates. That's where we're going to put all our templates. We'll also create another folder called static, just as we specify in the setting. Okay, for now let's work with these two first. So inside our static, we're going to create, sorry, not a file, we're going to create there's another folder which we're going to call CSS, which is going to hold on our CSS if there's any. Also in the static, we also want to create another folder called JS, which obviously will hold our JavaScript, because we'll be using a lot of JavaScript, pages requests and all that. Okay, so that's for those two. Okay, now for us to style our, now let's head over to logout. Okay, this is the logout page. Successfully sign in as test user 2. So let's log out now. Now we log that, it will direct us back to the home page, which we already have. We don't have it set up, so that's why we are seeing this page not found. So that's correct. So let's head back to account and sign up. Okay, now for us to style this template, we have to get the template files from their GitHub. So we'll go to django auth and django auth template, and I say repository. There you see all the code. So we just clone this repository. You can download it as zip, or we clone it if you want to, so that we can get their template to work with. Yeah, download. You see the auth folder is here. If you extract it, let me check if I extracted it. Okay, first of all, it's in zip file. You extract all. Yes, extract it to the same page. This will extract all the files inside. We've successfully extracted it, so we come into the django auth master branch or master folder. Go to the auth. Inside the auth, we have templates. We enter the template, then copy all these templates here. To see, I'll head back to our project, and now if we check, we have it in our template here. So if we go to their base, this is the base.html. we'll have to customize this to match what we want for a base.html. This is our base file that we extend to other files. And if we come to account, this is where we are interested in. You can come and see the different, you can see the login.html page. Then you see change password page. What are the HTML files for Django? So we're going to just style the sign up and then okay. So I already have a template designed for this project, which we already have a sign up .html and a login.html design. So I'm going to copy the template and bring it to this place. Then we just configure and edit it. If you want the template for the full project, I'll leave a link to it in my GitHub so you can download the full template, the HTML page and all the pages already styled with tailwindcss. Alright, so let's get them now. Okay, this is the styled pages. So let me just copy the whole of this code and bring it over to our project HTML. So let me take this one up. Let's bring the original one, the one we copied up. Alright, so we know the things that we have to take out of it. Okay, we're going to leave this. Call this sign up. Alright, I want the login and the sign up page to be individual page, as in I don't want them to extend from the base. There's a reason for that. You understand better later. So what we'll do now, we simply head over to the one that came. So we don't want the base.html. Take this out first. But we want this, we'll take this and cut this, take it back to the heading. You can put that one here. Then obviously we don't want this because this is actually coming from the base. We don't need this anymore. And all these we don't need them. Go. Sign up. Don't worry. Okay, can cut this out. Take it up. This is also equivalent to the same thing here. We can just take out these cut this and use it to replace the sign up we have here. Okay, cut this out. Okay, these already have an account. Then please sign up. Let's take out this. No, let's just take out the link. This link. Cut this one out. And here we already have it, already have an account. So we want to paste the link here. But this time we are taking this out and this obviously out. This will take us to the login page. Okay, for the form, let's take out the form, everything here in the form. Okay, everything inside the form, get it, copy everything inside the form, cut it out. Let's go back to our design form. CSRF token is here. Then the form class, form ID, method, action, cut it out. Put it in our own form, our own HTML form. Okay, that's for the form. Alright, so what we're going to do now is button. Let's cut this out. So I think we have a button. Okay, same. So take this if you want to cut this one out, and alright, so this redirect is still gonna be, we're still gonna need it, so we'll call it and put it at the bottom of the form before the submit button. Okay, so paste that one here. Okay, then for the form, for us to use this HTML form, we have to give it a name that matches the name that is coming from the form. Normally each field in the form is has their name, which is a username, email, and if we come over to this place we've not refreshed yet and you just inspect this element here, that's the form element. If we open it, you can see the name is username. That's for the first form. Check here. Email. So these are the names. So let's get the name and the ID alone and put it in our HTML form. Then we are good to go. Then the label, we can put in the label also. So for us to do that, the first form we have here is our username. So we'll change the name to username. Alright, then the ID was ID underscore user. So alright, so change the ID to ID underscore user name. Alright, that's for that. Then for the email, so we change it to email, needs to be email. Okay, this has we can put in the form dot username dot label to get the label. Okay, I won't put this inside the label tag. Inside the label tag. Okay, for that, same for the email. Then the name of our email. Then I think we have just inspect again. After I get the email, the name is email. Then we have the name of password 1, second is password 2. Alright, password 2. Alright, and change the ID. Okay, I think with that we are good to go. So just put in the labels or so. Then we have a label here. Everything set up now, so we can take out this form. We don't need this one anymore. We already have our names of our feed matching the name from the form. Alright, so those of you that don't know what's going on here, I had this template designed with tailwindcss. Tailwindcss is a utility class CSS, kind of a low level kind of CSS. So I included the CDM link here. So let's head over to the official documentation. Here is where you can get the tailwindcss and CDM link. Get it here, then it's easy to follow. The documentation is easy to follow. It's just classes, and tailwindcss gives you more customization power. You can customize your components easily, make it look like a template. Let's double check one more time. We have our token. Let's say it's an error. We don't need these ones anymore. Okay, if we refresh these now, let's see if our tailwindcss is working. Beautiful. Okay, this is the tailwindcss and login page we just designed. Alright, there's no big deal here. You can actually style yours the way you want. Once you get your template, your django template into your template folder, you can style your page the way you just want. I just use tailwindcss to do this, and I will leave the link to where you can get this individual template. Look at them. I have all of them styled out for each pages to save time. Alright, so let's test it out and see if we can see create account. So let's create an account now for a new email. Let's call it henry@gmail.com. Oh, sorry. You have to change our placeholder. Sorry, the placeholder is not aligned properly. So let's head back to and refresh. Alright, our placeholder is aligned properly. So the username, we'll call this test user 3. Email, we can give it some kind of run. Okay, sign up. Alright, perfectly. That means our sign up page is working, because we are redirected to the profile page. Because we've not created the profile page, that's why we are getting page not found. It means that it's working. So if we head back to the admin, let's head back to the admin and see the user that was created. Sign up with the admin, and if we go to the users table, we'll see our user 3 that was just created. Alright, so this is how we can style our authentication page using the tailwindcss. You can use Bootstrap if you want. Okay, so the same procedures is also applied to the login page. So I won't be doing that now. So I won't be repeating myself. Obviously, you just do the same thing the way we customize it here. You can also do that for the if you head to the login page, you can also do same thing. I have a start login page here, so just copied it and all the tailwindcss. In our next video, we'll move straight to our next which is creating channel. So dive over to the next Django tutorial, which will be creating channels. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like button.